Apologies that drag on might actually feel more heartfelt, according to new research. Saying sorry is famously tough, but the word itself is surprisingly brief, and that brevity might not always cut it when trying to make amends. A recent study reveals that longer, more detailed apologies tend to come across as more genuine and sincere. This research, published in the respected British Journal of Psychology, highlights that the perceived effort behind an apology plays a crucial role in how remorseful someone seems. In other words, the more someone appears to invest in their apology, especially through the use of lengthier, more elaborate language, the more believable their regret feels. Take, for example, the case of Stephen Fry, after he stirred controversy at the Marylebone Cricket Club by describing it as stinking of privilege and classism. He later issued an apology that was notably elaborate. He admitted to having gone off into a wildly overdone, absolutely prose picture of the image that some have of the club. This kind of detailed, almost self-aware apology might be why it resonated more effectively. Dr. Shiri Lev-Ari from Royal Holloway, University of London, who led the study, explains, people tend to use longer words when apologizing compared to their usual communication. This likely signals the effort they're willing to put in to show remorse or to fix the situation. Correspondingly, listeners or readers interpret these longer-worded apologies as more sincere. She further notes, an apology can seem more authentic if it costs the speaker more, whether that's time, thought, or effort. This can be reflected in the time taken to say or type out longer, more complex words. To test this, the study crafted 3 versions of essentially the same apology, varying only in word choice and length. For instance, it compared, "I did not mean to answer in a hostile way," with "I did not mean to reply in a combative style," and "I did not mean to respond in a confrontational manner." The findings were clear. The more verbose versions were rated as more effective and sincere by those receiving the apologies. The research didn't stop there. It also analyzed real-world examples, examining tweets from celebrities and everyday users. The data showed that when people apologize on social media, their messages tend to be significantly longer than their typical posts. Celebrities' apology tweets were on average 5 times longer than their usual tweets, while regular users' apologies were about twice as long as their standard messages. This suggests a widespread, perhaps intuitive understanding that a more detailed apology is expected or appreciated. But here's where it gets controversial. Does a longer apology always mean a more genuine one? Could some people be using verbosity as a way to mask insincerity or to overcompensate for their mistakes? And what about cultural differences? Do some societies value brevity over elaboration in apologies? These questions open the door to lively debate. What do you think? Have you ever felt that a lengthy apology was more convincing, or did it sometimes feel like overkill? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's discuss whether more words truly equal more remorse, or if sometimes less is more.